for me, if you mind? Let me just hit record. I don't want just
This
yeah.
is pointing in this direction. Is there going to be more light?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
How does that look?
It's dim, but it'll work.
Welcome to Potty Mouth,
Okay.
Austin's only weekly performance,
Alrighty.
curated and emceed by performers. We got a really special lineup tonight. A lot of special people here in the house. And now that Chris is here, we can get started. That is Ace behind the bar.
Hey, everybody.
Working hard.
You look hot.
Thank you.
I wish I had discussed this with all the performers beforehand. I'm just going to do it on stage. It's very informal. I'm going to go first. Then we'll have the wonderful Jack Darling up. Then we'll have Ace, your bartender, is actually going to come up tonight.
Yay!
Yeah. Then we're going to have DC Bloom, and then Arlene, the Sex Queen, is going to finish off the night for us. You know, I said before I came out tonight I wasn't going to drink, but
How can you not drink on a drinking topic?
that's exactly right. So I'll just get started. My name is Jim Trainer, and I'm an alcoholic.
Welcome, Jim.
Thank you, Arlene. My first and only AA meeting that I went to was here in Austin. It was at a barbecue joint, I forget where, back in 2008. I wasn't living here at the time. I wanted to start my timer. Would you mind timing it, Brittany?
Sure.
The lovely Brittany. Yes, I'm getting filmed. It was the first and only AA meeting I ever went to. I didn't live here at the time. I was just visiting, but I got my year sobriety coin. Went back to Philly. Before I left, I told my good buddy, great bass player, Justin Kolb, used to play with Jesse Dayton and Bobby Flores, and my sober buddy, I said, I'll be back. So I went up to Philly, back up to Philly, which is where I'm from. Moved in with Laura, and anyone, addicts or alcoholics, anyone remotely aware of psychology is aware of triggers, stressors, things that'll push you over the edge so that, you'll be drinking or using again. My relationship with Laura was one gigantic stressor. But I managed to stay sober with her for 8 months. Fighting, fucking, infidelity, lies. It was kind of compounded with the fact that I lived with her, so every time we got in a fight, I'd be homeless, and my shit would be on the lawn, and relatively homeless, I guess. I would just hop on the PA Turnpike and drive on down to Salem County, Woodstown, New Jersey, where my little sister lived. But throughout that whole gnarly ordeal, not a drop. One night we got in a fight, and I got in my car, and I drove to Austin. And I didn't stop till I got to Mississippi. I sat on the trunk of my Hyundai Santa Fe, pulled out my guitar, strummed a little song of mine called Your Town Blues. It goes, pool cue sitting shotgun side, compass pointing south. Words you could have said to keep me here, still stuck in your mouth. I'm going where there ain't no here, and I'm free to walk around. Free from all your hate and fear, far from your town. This is your town now. So 8 months with crazy Laura, not a drop. I moved down to Austin and bought a bottle of wine. Yeah, I was lonely. I was really lonely, and here we are, 5 years later. I should mention that leading up to my sobriety, the never-ending summer of Evel Knievel, as I like to refer to it, truly terrible, terrifying times. Being drunk on the streets of Philadelphia, that is just a death warrant. And of all the crazy, gnarly, fucked up shit that happened during the year-long bender, the worst thing that ever happened to me was I had this dream. I had this nightmare. Good evening. In the dream, we were at my house in Friendswood, which is just outside Houston. It was me, my sisters, and my mom. And my dad came home. He was drunk. And there's this shame hanging in the air, you know, and it was thick. It was real. And you know how in dreams, like, it's not really what's happening, it's how you feel. Well, I could feel how my father felt in that dream, because, you know, I was in the middle of a bender myself. I mean, he was 6 years gone, you know, and just feeling like him, like embalmed, you know, like he sat on my mom's bed, like his freckled Irish back to me, my mom's first look on my mom's face as she shut the door. You know, I knew that I was looking at my own death, and that was the scariest thing. And there was a lot of really fucked up things to happen to me during the never-ending summer of Evel Knievel. But that was the scariest thing. I guess I need to connect to this somehow. Oh, I have my notes. My notes. Yeah. So I moved to Austin, bought a bottle of wine, here we are. Said I wasn't going to drink tonight. But I also did start my performance by letting you know that I'm an alcoholic. The owner of this bar told me a couple things. She made a really strong impression on me. One thing she said was we need to have themes for Potty Mouth, and I really fought her on that, but I think she's on to something, even though I'm kind of bucking against the theme right here. The other thing she impressed upon me was that depression is nothing to be ashamed of. You don't have to be a victim of depression. If I could sum up the wisdom she imparted upon me, those joyful and despondent couple of July nights we spent together playing cards, it was something she said, wouldn't you rather fight for something instead of against something? And that really made an impression on me, you know. As much as I like to think I'm some fucking Bukowski, you know, living out, oh, I'm a writer, you know. I'm really just self-medicating, to be honest. And it's a fine line, you know, as much as I can look at my accomplishments in life, you know, I had a book of poetry published and go down the list. As much as, it's a fine line between me never getting the approval I needed from a very critical father and knowing in my heart of hearts that I'm living a half life, you know, I'm not living an authentic life. Wow, I guess I'd have to edit these notes because I wrote these notes without thinking that I wasn't going to drink up here. Yeah, I am fighting. I quit smoking, and I didn't expect quitting smoking to make me drink more, but oh boy, yeah, 5 or so days free vodka. I think I told my coworker he looked like a dirty little whore. Yeah, it was bad. This is not really a train wreck up here, so you don't need to cringe. I mean, yeah, if you can get a little joy from my misery, please do. I'm fine. But, you know, even back during the bender, those Philly days, waking up with that feeling of regret, you know, just like, fuck, like, I think I've blacked out maybe once in my life, and you just go through the list, oh, fuck, why did I say that? You know, and waking up with a hangover, it's like it's like loaded dice, you know, your day is ruined before it even begins. And I had that feeling the other day. I woke up and it was like, I told my coworker he looked like a dirty little whore. Yeah, so the fine line. It's a fine line between never being satisfied, never getting the approval, the love, or the guidance, and just knowing that I am not living at 100%. But I am fighting, and I do hope that the next time I see my father, it won't be a nightmare. I'm not crying. It won't be a nightmare, and he'll tell me how proud of me he is, and you know, that I'll realize that I am the love that I'm looking for. Thank you.
All right, Tim.
Geez, I hope that wasn't too painful for you. I'm really excited about our next performer. Featured performer Jack Darling is a magician, actor, writer, comedian, Pisces, and founder of Magic Troupe, Turning Tricks with the Darlings, who were named Frontera Fest's Best of Fest 2012. Yes. And in fact, is probably responsible for this whole... DC, you're a writer. Is cadge a good word?
Yes.
This whole cadge right here of beautiful, talented women at the bar. Stirring up trouble on stages all over town is Jack's specialty. In appearances including the Velveeta Room, the Charlie Hodge Show, Bedpost Confessions, and Adrian Show's Hell and Back Cabaret. Ladies and gentlemen, please give your undivided attention to Jack Darling.
Hey, everybody. So, the hell's going on? Can you hold that for me, please? So Christine's gonna read with me. I wrote this yesterday, so you know, hopefully it'll work out. I'll turn this a little sideways. You wanna see if you can get in there?
Oh, cool. Thank you.
You just want yours?
Oh, no. I'll